How a Stranger sketch saved my life. I was riding the 11 p.m. bus, sitting in the back row as usual. That Tuesday night was hitting differently. I had a second eviction notice on my door. My ex posted photos with the girl he swore was just a coworker, and my manager threatened to slash my hours. I was barely surviving, and earlier that day, I had secretly searched painless ways to end it. I sat there gripping my backpack straps, completely drained. The bus was nearly empty. Framed picture, the sketch. At Maple Street, a man got on, maybe in his 30s, wearing a gray hoodie and jeans covered in bright paint stains. Blue, yellow, green. He sat diagonally across from me, opened a thick sketch pad, and started drawing. Annoyed, I looked over when he cleared his throat. He held up the pad. It was a drawing of me. My face, my headphones, even the chip in my black nail polish. Sorry, he said, not sounding sorry. You just looked like you had a story. I draw people who look like they're carrying something heavy. I should have been angry, but the honesty in his words made my throat tight. He explained his weight project. He draws strangers who look like they are holding the world on their shoulders. I started talking. I told him everything. The eviction, my ex, my demanding boss, my mildew-smelling apartment, and how I couldn't afford to eat and pay rent. He just listened, kept drawing, and never looked at me. When I finished, he looked up for the first time. I don't know if this helps, he said, but I think you belong here. You just haven't found your place yet. The simplicity of his words cracked me open. I quickly looked away to hide the heat in my eyes. He tore the page out and handed it to me. Keep this for when things get heavy again. We both got off at my stop. Before I could ask his name, he walked away down a dark alley. Sparkles, you are not invisible. I walked home slower, my hand clutching the folded drawing. I didn't cry looking at the eviction notice. I just ate ramen. The next morning, I walked to the bus stop earlier than usual. The brick wall next to the stop, usually covered in old graffiti, was completely different. It was covered with a huge, freshly painted mural. A giant, 8-foot-tall version of my face, wearing headphones, eyes closed. Underneath, in huge white letters, it read, "You are not invisible." I missed my bus, standing there staring. My chest felt tight. A good tight, like something had shifted inside me. I took a picture, then I called my mom for the first time in 2 months. I asked if I could stay with her for a few weeks, and she immediately said yes. I never saw that guy again, but his strange, accidental act of recognition saved my life that night.